Hi, this is Jakob Kirshen, Dry Bones, and this is the tabletop Mr. Shuldig for Passover. And this is a quickie video showing you how to put it together. Of course, to put it together, the first thing you're going to need is one of these swell sheets to print out, which, if you're a Dry Bones backer, and you know who you are, you've got one of these. Ta-da! So, without further ado, let's get on with how you do it. Here's Mr. Dry Bones here, and this is an instructional tape on how to put together your genuine official tabletop Mr. Shuldig. Here's one finished. Neat, huh? Okay, I'm going to show you how to put yours together. First of all, what you're going to need to do is to print out this Dry Bones reward gift, which I assume I've sent to you, otherwise why would you be looking at this? Okay, so what we have here is on this side is a schematic of how this thing gets put together. Over here is the main piece to cut out, and here is Mr. Shuldig's hands, and they're holding the Haggadah. Here's the step-by-step instructions, and step one is to cut out the main shape. What we're going to need is we're going to need a pair of scissors and a Japanese knife and glue stick and a piece of cardboard back of a notebook, so that you don't cut through the dining room table and have the little woman yell at you. Okay, so here we're going to start right now. What I'm going to do is I'm going to take this and I'm going to simply start cutting. So number one, I carefully cut out. Before you cut out, you're going to have to print, obviously. And what you want to do is you want to print this landscape. Now you'll notice that what you get is black and white, except for the color in the Haggadah. So, snip. Okay, so what you got to do is you need to color this in. Here's Mr. Shuldig in his traditional colors on his nice yellow chair, and that's all colored in. Okay? But I'm going to go, well, if it's colored in and you print it out on your black and white printer, it still looks cute. Hey, it looks classy in black and white. Anyway, so I'm going to continue cutting this out. Right? And we'll keep cutting and we'll keep cutting. And like that until we have something that looks like this, all nice and cut out. Now, there's 2 or 3 tricky pieces, depending on how you count. There's A, there's B, and there's C, D. Okay, A, if you look closely, is a vertical slit, and B is a vertical slit. Okay. So what I do is I take my Japanese knife and I cut the vertical slit A, and then I cut the vertical slit B. Okay? Nice. I use the end of the knife to see that it's open, and then it's open from top to bottom. And then we're going to cut around Mr. Shuldig's head, right over his kippah, yarmulke. Why? Because if you look here, you'll see his head comes above the top of the chair. So here's what we do. We simply go to where the C is, and we carefully, avoiding our fingers, go around and carefully cut out his beautiful cranium and kippah. And that would mean if we fold it back along the dotted lines, voila, or voici, or whatever you say, there he is. So, we're about to begin. Next step is to fold over all the tabs. You'll find that they fold easy on the print line, or at least they do for me. Maybe they're frightened. Anyway, so every tab gets squeezed down back. Every single one, they all go straight back. All straight back. Titty, 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 titty. Of course, you want to do this after you have colored your Shuldig. You could let kids color with crayons if kids still know how to color with crayons rather than with their paint programs or whatever. Who knows what they do these days? Well, actually, who knows?
Can you show us what you're doing?
Hmm?
Can you show us what you're doing at the
The
camera?
long-suffering wife. Now we have all the tabs on the back. We put it down. At least this is the way I do it. Other people might be smarter, but I just go. And now I run the glue stick across every tab. All the tabs are now sticky. Glue sticky. Okay. Okay. Now, the back of the chair, I bend over like that. And Mr. Shuldig's head is out. And now I begin to fold across all of the dotted lines, folding them like that. Now we have this dotted line, which is for Mr. Shuldig's knee. So we bend that back. And then we bend his shoes up. And then we take his waist and we bend along the dotted line of his waist. And then crease that. Okay. Now we got all of these gluey tabs back here. So we can start any place. Take that and glue the tab in the back. I like to go and take the whole thing and squeeze the whole thing like that, and then it pops open. Then we do the next one. And squeeze it. Okay, and open it. Then bend the top of the chair. Squeeze it. Then the back of the chair. Stick that to the tab. Get that right in place. I think I'll do it this way this time and run my finger on the inside. Now we can do the other. I think this is a better way than the way I usually do it. Ta-dum, ta-dum, ta-dum. And so we work our way all the way around. It's easier if you're handy with your fingers. And so we have a Mr. Shuldig sitting like that. Now we need his hands. And we have cut out the hands holding the Haggadah. We fold along the dotted lines. And now we open that up and we've got A and B. And we have the slot A and B. And these are like a hook. The arms come up. So we simply slide A into the A slot. And it wasn't big enough. Remember I said to slide it all the way up? Well, I didn't do it good enough. So we put that in there like that. And now we go to the other side and we dump B into B. Got to wiggle it a little bit. And then it comes down. And we've got Mr. Shuldig reading his Haggadah. And of course, if you started by coloring it first, then you're going to get something like this. So here's the plan. What I'd like is for you guys to start doing this and to send them in to me. We're going to have a competition. That's right. We're going to have the first annual, and maybe the only, if it doesn't go well, competition for the best.
Look at the camera.
Best job done by a Dry Bones friend or fan. So do your best, take your pictures, send them in to me. If you can, send me also the colored JPEG that you did. And winners will be announced and regaled and maybe become famous. Who knows? And this is something fun to do all during the whole Pesach holiday, and something neat for the kids to do before they come to the Seder, and something to keep them occupied during all of Chol Hamoed. Have fun. If you have problems, let me know.